Show us the GM quality interior of the 90s.
No recliner lever because it broke off.
Oh, very nice. Very cool, GM. All right, Travis, so we're setting off in the 2021 C8 Corvette, right?
Yes.
Yes.
495 horsepower.
I can't tell you how refined this thing is for the 2021 year. It probably has more character, though.
Yeah, it's not as civilized, that's for sure.
No, but you don't want civilized. Unless you're old, and I guess you do. But
that is the target demographic.
That's very true.
Granted, it was when this was made too, so.
Although, it seems like they're trying to get away from that, but
Oh yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. The verdict's out on that. So, tell us about your current setup. What exactly do you have, and why do you want to change that?
So this is basically a bone stock 2001 Z06, running on somewhat dry rotted tires, and
That's the best
this seat,
That's the best
which is really high
Oh,
quality.
the Whiplash 360?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good seat.
Adjustable on the fly.
I forget how much of a ride this thing is.
Yeah.
We have to destroy these tires.
Yes, this is true, actually.
Actually, we should do a burnout.
I've never done a good burnout on this because the tires are so expensive, but now that I have new tires, it is also, if anyone's thinking about buying a C5, they're prone to wheel hop pretty bad. So
Really? Like a Mustang, huh?
Yeah, burnouts are pretty.
I forget how fast this thing actually is. It really is great.
It's a fun car.
So, yeah, but the tires and the seat really leave a lot to be desired, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah, I can brake traction at 80 miles an hour in third gear.
And it's safe 80 miles an hour.
Yes.
Very nice. Yeah.
On a closed course, of course.
I can tell you just laying these things up, no problem at all.
Yeah, second gear, if you punch it, pretty much you aren't going to grip unless they're really warmed up.
Yeah.
First gear is just spin and then wheel hop. So it's running on the Goodyear F1 Supercar or Supercar F1 tires.
Those were designed for this car, right?
Yeah, it's a stock tire. It's the same one it was spec'd with, and they can do well.
Look out for this one.
Thankfully, though, this thing is not so low and not so rough riding
It really isn't.
that you can hit some of the sketchy roads with the bumps and dips, and it doesn't get too upset.
But you're also in the Lazy Boy 360.
Yes, I am.
So-
It's the little corners are. It's more of a hang on to the shifter or the steering wheel and hope you're not flying out the door or the window.
So tell us what the new setup is for the wheels and tires and the seats that the seat that you got, because you got the driver's seat.
Yeah, so I only got a driver's seat for right now, just because I don't want to buy two seats and end up hating them. But I got a Sparco R100 with the brackets and everything. It's like $500.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it shouldn't be this shaky, and it it has better bolstering. This seat's basically flat.
Better bolstering than a piece of paper?
Yeah, it's not great. And then I'm switching out the stock wheels and tires with some Flow One spec wheels, which are actually a tire rack brand, and some Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's.
So you have gone from the cream of the crop in 1999 to the cream of the crop in 2021, as far as street tires are concerned.
Yeah, definitely for the tires. I'm sure a lot of people won't be a fan of tire rack wheels, but they're actually almost as light or as light as the stock Z06 wheels, and they're an inch bigger diameter, which allows for a much better selection of tires, actually.
Well, if aesthetics and initial impressions are anything to go on, they look like really premium wheels, so hopefully they'll be as nice as we hope they are, but they look really nice.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with the amount of like flake in the paint, and the finish is really nice.
Yeah, it's got a very bass boat finish for sure.
For $1,250 for a full set of Corvette wheels.
Yeah, it's not bad at all for 305 section tires in the rear and what, 285 up front?
Yeah, it would normally be 275, but there's a shortage of 275s right now. So.
Oh man, dang, we got to run a bigger tire and make more grip. Sad. Yeah, well, we're gonna wrap this section up, and then once we put the new seat in and the new tires and wheels, we'll go for another drive and see how much of a difference those guys actually make. Light these babies up. God bless. I think that might be a cop up there.
The tires are getting warm now, so it's not sliding.
Well, I also busted out the camera too, so, you know.
Gotta look like an idiot.
You've got to mess up at this point.
Yeah.
All right, taking out the driver's seat here. So what do you need in order to do that?
15 mil socket with extensions and a ratchet, and it looks like, I think there's some interior clip that holds on this little cover for the front bolts on the seat.
Did you get your interior clips popped out there?
Yeah, I got one out. Just normal interior clip. I don't think I'm going to be able to use these little. I don't think I'm going to use this little cover because there's not a place to put this on the new seat bracket. I actually didn't break that. It sounded like I did.
I was going to say you're not using it anyways.
Yeah.
Well, good and bad news, I guess. Might be able to rig something up to make that work.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I sit so far forward that you can't really see the front anyways.
I mean, anything's going to be a better improvement than...
And you can't tell on the camera, but the actual bottom rocks.
Oh, yeah.
So you can, when you're going around corners and crap, you can feel it.
Yeah.
You just lean back, you know.
I can't imagine that's very confidence inspiring, huh?
There's the other one.
So those are really the only interior clips you're popping off, or did you have to
That's it.
pop off the side one and disconnect any connectors, or is that on the bottom of the seat?
Just this one little pin that holds the thing on, and then you pull this forward as much as you can and it comes off.
Nice.
It still works because this car has 186,000 miles on it.
That's my favorite thing about this car, is that it's just been daily driven by the previous owner and garage kept. So it's like, I mean, he really loved this thing. He used it all the time, and
He still asks me
it's like in perfect
stuff
shape.
about it.
It's in perfect shape. Sorry, I probably shouldn't do that while you're trying to remove it.
But you're gonna hurt.
All right, we've already undone the rear bolts there, of course. Hey, let me know if you need any help. I'll call your wife over here.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's one clip under here. It's just attached to the driver's side seat rail.
I need to rebalance this thing.
That I can't stand.
For reasons.
I'm not gonna have a power seat, so I don't really care about how well this gets pulled off. I might end up clipping it at this rate.
What's gonna happen when in 30 years you want to take this thing to Pebble Beach?
Well, they'll say no thanks. No way.
Where's your factory overspray, bruh? It's kind of an interesting little setup, though.
Yeah, probably weighs about 50 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, look, you've got like options down there on the tag there. So you've got like telescoping steering, track rearward. Look at that, low lumbar.
Tell you how it works.
Don't herniate yourself. Throw it in the dumpster.
In the bin.
Hey, can I use that for my my sim rig? The seat I have is too stable.
Buckle.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, I don't know what size it is. Looks about 3/4. Down the right side.
Anywhere between this and that. Brace it. Give it the old ugga-dug.
Yeah.
So how's that work with the new seat? Are you gonna have to have a resistor in place to?
I don't know, actually. I don't know that there's a seatbelt like warning light in the car, so I'm not sure exactly what this is doing. I might have to end up doing a resistor. We'll see, I guess.
Whole module in this seat. I just realized it's like it's got its own ECU almost.
Where it?
Right up here in
Oh.
the front.
Huh.
SCM. Interesting.
It's not an actual.
With no wheel gap either.
Oh dear.
So I haven't really showed it on the other wheels, but they have a hub centering ring here. A hub centering ring, and then they have a snap ring that holds that in place. Now before I put that in though, these rear axle shafts are too long. So they have different center caps for this, with that in mind. There's a provision here for the axle to poke through, so we'll use these for the rear. Okay, so put on all the wheels. Travis is still working on the seat rail. It's a bit of a pain. So, I'm sorry, not seat rail, seat brackets. So I'm gonna go through and torque down the wheels now that I have them all put on. So you just wanna make sure to do that after this kind of install. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. That sounds like not Michael Vick's house at all. That's a pretty tight looking fit in there. I got a different idea. How's she coming, Capitan?
Not all the way.
It's never as easy as they advertise.
No.
Except flex tape, that works.
A moment of truth.
Oh, jeez! So is it the seatbelt tower trim?
Yeah, over here on this one.
Oh boy.
That's what I've said.
Uh-oh. Did no one mention this problem? Or has anyone?
Oh, everyone does.
Oh. You're just trying to see if it actually works?
I think it'll be fine. I'm just gonna have to trim some of this plastic, which is a little scary.
Yeah. Well, I just took a jigsaw to Selena's when we installed the roll bar.
Yeah, I saw that.
It worked out well. Oh, okay. So you just gotta notch that guy? Or are you just gonna take that piece out entirely? Or cut all that off?
I'll probably start mixing here. I'll probably end up cutting this whole thing here. I gotta be careful. I can't cut the seat belt, obviously. That would be bad.
No, those aren't required anymore. Almost. All right, Travis, explain to the viewers what you're doing here. To the late night viewers.
So, C5 Corvettes have an extremely narrow seating area, like smaller than a Miata. And in order to fit the seat in between the console or the transmission tunnel, whatever you want to call it, the torque tube tunnel, you got to trim this plastic back. And it's kind of ugly, but can't see it very much, and it's worth
it for seat adjustment.
Yeah, it's worth it for seat adjustment. And the only real way to fit a seat that it's supposed to fit in here is by reupholstering the factory seats, which are garbage. So
no, they're not. I mean, that one was pretty quality.
It's not worth the time and the money to take a crappy seat and make it look nice. And add some bolstering to it. Just don't tell the Corvette guys, because they won't listen to me.
They love their sofa on wheels.
Yeah.
Well, that's also a certain demographic that rhymes with consumer. But we won't call them out too hard.
Yeah. And I'm sure they're quality seats, but the guys that make these are Caravaggio. Not this.
Isn't that the place that sells cars out of the vending machine?
Yeah.
Or is that the lunch meat from Italy?
Whatever it is. It costs too much. So,
All right, Travis, these are not ideal conditions for filming, but maybe I'll roll the window up.
in the dark and the cold behind a Civic.
Yeah.
But first impressions, the tires feel way more predictable, and as cold as it is, they're already more grippy than the Goodyears were hot.
And that's crazy because these are brand new too. They should ideally be a little slick.
Yeah, and then the seat, man, I just feel like so much more connected to the car.
You're gonna start to actually like feel other parts of the chassis now.
Yeah, like
you might notice like you want suspension or something.
Well, and it's more confidence inspiring now. Like I don't feel like I'm, sketching in the middle of a corner like I was with the old seat.
Right. Well, to be fair, I've never seen a car installed with a Springer seat like that. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, no, this is a lot better.
Yeah. This thing rips.